emphasize treasury as well.
Yeah, Chairman, our concern is one as a committee. You know, we also make reviews, of the reports which come also from the other side. We understand, but as the committee, this is our day, because we are very much frustrated. I'll tell you the reason. One,
Sure.
After our oral evidence meeting which we had with the ministry, the reports which came out with that this committee is sports heavy, they are not concerned about other things. For us to believe that someone is pushing finance, because the attitude was already bad. And we are here now. I'm telling you, if we were to play here cricket today, we love all those sports. And my own kids, they are into swimming. If we are to play an international cricket match here, the stadiums are ready, although they are in a deplorable state. So we knew exactly what we were talking about as a committee. Today we are sitting here, we are supposed to be playing an international match, we don't have a facility. Rugby, we have got deplorable stadiums, but we can play an international match here. That is the difference which we wanted to drive to the ministry. And this whole committee was labeled as they are all football heavy, they don't even think about other sports and other things. But that's when he even came out guns blessing, and I also referred to the situation like, let's take the national sports stadium issue like cholera. So for us to believe that someone is pushing finance, we can't believe that because of the attitude which is coming from the ministry and everyone else and other stakeholders. Because we are not taking this seriously. And even the comments which came from that meeting, today we are sitting here, South Africa will be laughing at us, Uganda will be laughing at us. With all the effort which is being done, look at the progress which is happening in the country, what the president is doing. We represent the president. We are the parliamentarians, we represent the interests of the president, we follow what he says. And image building is one of his key pillars. We need our image to be out there. What can you tell us today about the image of the country when you are playing football in South Africa? And after those sentiments were said by the ministry and also SRC, these guys, you know, it's not that committee. It's there to stand for football, and we are here. The national cricket national games are being played in the country, but football is being played out. When the committee wants to raise an issue, they are labeled. And then you people start now to tell us that they are pushing finance. Because I tell you, if someone goes and sits there, this is the problem. They've got lots of priorities.
So honorable, let's do
Supplementary. Supplementary check.
What I would like to see.
Yes, sir. You are talking about us pulling in one direction today.
Yes.
We can't pull in one direction when we live with each other. When we don't sing, we don't share the same vision. The problem is that the ministry is indicating left and we are turning right. So we must be pulling in the same direction so that at least you have our complete commitment towards the same cause.
Thank you, Honorable. And what I am emphasizing here is that we will not move in that same direction so long as we have what? Finger pointing, isn't it? And it's not defending people. I'm saying that we should have that frankness in taking collective responsibility. All of us here occupy various positions, isn't it? Insofar as sport in this country is concerned. Okay? Let's take collective responsibility for the state of affairs of, in particular, our national sports stadium. Okay? You were talking, Honorable Jerry, to say, well, there doesn't appear to be a level of seriousness. And I'm assuming you're talking about the ministry itself. And I can tell you that is, you know, that may be your impression, but I can tell you that is absolutely not the case. There is deep frustration with the ministry itself. And if we were to say, in my view, what we should all do is, we've seen the stadium. From here, we should go to Treasury and sit there and demand. Yeah? And so to say, why are there delays? That is what we should be doing. They're not saying, oh, but undertaking, let's go and sit in Treasury and sit there and demand.
Of Treasury, not because of the Minister of SRC.
No, that is not what I am saying.
Okay.
I am saying that, you know, you can't say treasure because that's finger pointing. Because treasure will also come to you and say, no, but we had to do this, we had to do this. They might blame the drought, for example. But that finger pointing will not get us anywhere.
No, it's not finger pointing.
Yeah.
We just want to get to the bottom
No,
of
Chairman.
where the challenge is.
Chairman, you spoke about friend talk. If you are friend talking, then you said finger pointing. It has to happen, Mr. Chairman. What do you mean by friend talking when you are not telling where the problem
Where the
is?
challenge is.
Because after the meeting, the
So-
going to go address the challenge. Chairman,
So
you know why we're talking of, no, why we're talking of the attitude. After our meeting, it was very clear from the meeting that these guys were saying, this committee only think of soccer. We've got other sports. So this is why we're saying, here we are now. Where are you as a ministry?
Honorable Chair, there was no need for us to come here and point things when they haven't done anything. There's no need for them to be telling us of the changing rooms when nothing has been done.
Thank you. Let's try and see where they've
Let's
Sorry, Honorable, through yourself.
allow me, Chair. Let's proceed to do the. I want to have a frank conversation without the journalists, with the SRC. So let's continue with the for now.
But the journalists are enjoying themselves.
They are showing us nothing. No, they are showing us that nothing is. Hello. They're showing nothing. Yes, nothing has been done. So we are not seeing
Making our goal to the sports. If there's any improvement, we can go there. We are allowed to go there because it's affecting our results. We can't.
So can we proceed by saying?
Yes, because he promised us. I even signed the blue book, Mr. Chairman. He said this money is readily available. So he has to tell us when, especially now, it's very critical. When we are playing football in South Africa, after such a commitment, and that commitment was made in Parliament. So for us to say we cannot go to Ministry of Finance, we are not doing our duty. We have to help these guys. But our job is to help the Ministry of Sports and the SRC. But our problem here as a committee, these guys should have told us earlier that deadline which you have given us, we are not going to meet it because the Treasury, they haven't released the money. Then we could have called Treasury to say, no, look at this. This is a very critical issue. But we want them to come and be in this stadium when football is being played in South Africa and assume that football is being played here.
Above all, this national stadium is our national pride.
It's our national pride.
That's why we are
Image building.
so much touched. It's not about finger pointing
I
at
thought
all.
from that meeting we were told there's a partner who's
And we checked what if the ministry fails.
Honorable members and chair, this is how we should approach this. Let's not talk about third parties we don't have control over. Treasury guaranteed us that they've got enough money. I remember I even spoke to the minister and said, no, we don't want to hear about the third party, and they said you are going to give them the full amount, which is required for the National Sports Stadium.
The minister, we are taking the minister's words that it will be done. And we have checked the potential bottlenecks. And she guaranteed that they are predicted and they will be solved. Now we are here, it's 3 days before the 1st of June, and we are seeing National Sports Stadium as it was about 5 years ago. And we are busy being shown
And I think
the same things.
And I think we don't know the deliberations between the two ministries of Ministry of
But
Yeah,
you
now
don't
we don't
know.
move into that.
But the cat is out of the bag already.
Oh, we had an indication of the deliberations. Havana Mare Rugula. That's why I sought clarity. Where is the ball dropping? We need to be clear about that.
This as Chair was clear that we didn't receive the money from the treasury. So why should we ask again?
No, but you should be asking why.
But you cannot answer because you are not treasurer.
No, that's what I'm saying. I cannot answer, but,
But
this is where your comments are pertinent
Yes.
and relevant.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong with asking the Honorable Minister for Finance to say, we went and saw this national embarrassment, you know? And, you know, we are being told that it's a funding issue. Please, can you explain from your perspective? Then you get a wide, you know, two sides of the story. Yes,
I think you've made a point. Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, they
Nothing is fixed. Material is up to throw out.
Not when it's supposed to be. No, there's no that's what we're talking about.
Medical.
Through you, Chair. This is our shopping control room. Supporting to the specs that are required by the government. Obviously, we are going to have to work on the ambience of the place to make it suit what we are looking at achieving. So the testing rooms are on this side. This is the waiting room. The testing room. Still work in progress.
Mr. Gakai, I know you always want to save the face of your body. There's no work in progress here, but this is what it has been like. Work in progress, we want to see materials, and things are ready. Every says it's work in progress. We understand exactly what the word work in progress means. There's nothing that has been done. Let's put it that way, very clear. There's no work in progress. I think what we need to do is, through each other, I think we need to go and sit down, maybe members, if we can then put our names forward on the questions without notice, so that all of us can be asking the questions. We want that parliament to be asking even same questions. It doesn't matter. I don't know what the speaker is going to say, because we are very much frustrated. We are talking of $12 million for the entire country or less on the budget. To then talk of drought versus that, guys, we need to be serious. There's no commitment, and we feel that it's not being pushed enough. Because what you are being shown here, we've used this stadium for years. The good part is we are always was ready for the new members. This is what this has always been. This is what has been condemned by FIFA. And I don't even want to even bring around, maybe it's for the benefit of other members. We need to just go and sit down and make sure that this afternoon we need the minister to give us answers why he's not availing the money for the national sports stadium. Yeah, that's what we need. And I think let's make noise. There's that group where we put our names, let's go all of us and put our names and request the Minister of Finance, Minister of Finance, Minister of Finance. Yeah, we are going to make noise in that house to be
Okay. So thank you very much. I thought we could address the press so that let them go. And so I think we'll address the press, take the questions from them. The PEMSEC is here, the Deputy Minister is here, the committee is here. Do you want us to do it here? You go outside.
I always make eyes with friends.
No, we are not seeing those.
You are not seeing the thing.
So which background?
Maybe this one, maybe Ukune Janji.
Journalist Gawe. Honorable Jane. Yes, meeting. Honorable Member, come this side. The journalists are going to be that side, so we have to be this side. So, thank you very much. I think members of the fourth estate, it's your time before we go into a closed-door meeting. The MPs have decided to abandon to see. They are saying there's nothing to see. Obviously, the frustration. So, do you have any questions?
Okay, I think my first question will be to the SRC. We have heard for some time that there's a public-private partnership that was done. That is during the open session committee that was held, I think, in January. And they said that everything has been done. But now, I think a number of questions that is coming within the public is that what is the name of this private partner? Was it to mean that the name of the private partner is mainly a secret?
I don't think it's a secret. I think it's a matter of timing as to when that announcement will be made. And it's not for SRC, unfortunately, to make those announcements, because that triple P is between that partner and the ministry. It's at that level. So the only thing I can confirm is that I know the identity of the party. I also know that that party has recently met their commitments insofar as or part of the financing that was required, particularly for the bucket seats themselves. That's all I can say at this point in time. The rest I'll respectfully defer to, I know our Honourable Deputy Minister is here, and perhaps she may be in a position to answer that, as well as the Permanent Secretary.
Okay, Deputy Minister, of course, if there's that one, that is the other one. Maybe you're in position to know the private partner. Then also the other issue. Last time that the Vice President toured this facility together with the Palo Stadium, he highlighted that your ministry was supposed to compile a report on the progress that is needed and the funds that are needed and submit it to his offices. So we are yet to hear the progress on whether you have submitted that for the Vice President's office.
All right, thank you so much for the question. Yes, indeed, the Vice President came and he did tour the sports facilities that we have, and there were various recommendations that were made after that tour. So yeah, we have done those reports that he asked us to do, and we submitted to them, and I'm sure in due course you'll be told on the next step that we will take.
Okay. Then the name of the partner, you're away somewhere?
Of course, I'm away, but unfortunately I cannot tell you for now. That will be done in due course.
Maybe from the SRC, any update when is the stadium going to be ready for matches to be played in here, as well as athletics competitions to be done in here?
Okay. Look, I can't point to a specific date. What I can point to is the fact that bucket seats, for example, those are going to start being shipped in June in batches. I think we'll start to see a lot of construction work happening onwards of north of September, October of this year. Beyond that, it's beyond my and the SRC's capacity to indicate and give precise dates, because we are not in control of that process.
Are there any more questions? I think from the perspective of the committee itself, from the parliamentarians themselves, I'm sure you have noticed some serious frustrations coming from the committee itself. I think we work with what we were given. The ministry told us they would have completed the infrastructure rehabilitation here by June, when they came to the committee. Unfortunately, we cannot talk of completion from our perspective. When something is not even started, you can't talk of completion. There is no rehabilitation taking place here. Everything looks pretty much deplorable. We are very much frustrated. We are, as a committee, surely going to sit down with SRC, the ministry is here, and ensure that we get to the bottom of the story as to what is happening. The frustration within the football crazy people of Zimbabwe, as you are aware, Zimbabwe is a football crazy nation, is to why are we playing football outside the country, and we will not, as a parliamentary portfolio committee on sports, stand aside and look while this is happening. So I think we are going to be taking this up to the responsible authorities to get really to the bottom of it. I want to assure you, as the journalist, that we will get this place running as soon as possible, because this is totally unacceptable. Are there any other MPs who want to say something?
No, it's obviously the same thing what the chairman has echoed. This is unacceptable. Nothing has been done from January. I'm happy that you realized, you quoted right, that in January that's when we had an oral evidence with the ministry. Not even an attempt or an effort. They were talking about the water reticulation system. That is what they were going to start with, while the bucket seats will come. But we are here today and they are telling us about the water reticulation system needs to be done first. We cannot paint the rooms because of the water reticulation system which is not running. It's so frustrating and it's bad for the country. And it's something which the honorable members who are here are not happy with, because the president, Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, is very clear on record talking about image building for the country. What image can you talk of when you're playing football out of the country? We all need to put our hands on the deck and make sure that this place is back at work and our football can be watched in the country. And we are going to make sure that we are going to approach and knock any door, because from what we heard here, the reports which we're getting is that there is quite a big chunk which hasn't been released from Treasury. So those are the things which we would want to find out from all the stakeholders to see why that hasn't happened. And this one, the president himself said it's a priority. The president is a president of the people. We are a communist party. The president wants his people to watch football here in Zimbabwe, and is not happy with what is happening. So we need to get to the bottom of this as a committee to see why are we not paying heed to the call by the president to have the National Sports Stadium not ready by today. and we are playing our next match on the 7th of June away from home. And we don't even have a date or even a plan, because they haven't started. For us to ask them about the finish date before we even know the start date, it's something which is not on, and it's unacceptable. And we are going to address this as we are going to have our caucus and discuss our approach. We have heard everything, and we have also indicated where things are stuck. So we are going to see how we are going to unlock that as we play our oversight role. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. We are representatives of the people, and we know that our people love football, and we are going to leave no stone unturned to make sure that football is played in Zimbabwe. That's our promise, and we are committed to that. Thank you.
Okay, maybe before you go, I also want to say I need to thank the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee for coming on board to do the touring of the facilities, and I also want to assure the nation that the ministry is committed to ensuring that football is played in Zimbabwe. We have made significant strides, which possibly to date may not be seen, because there are some other works that we're waiting for to be done. For instance, we already have the turnstiles here, and quite a number of equipment is already here, but there are quite a number of things that we're just waiting to be completed so that we can be able to put the other stuff that are already here. So I just want to take this opportunity to let the nation know that the ministry is also committed, and we're going to work with the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee to ensure that we do the refurbishment of the stadium in time, so that we'll also be able to host our international games in Zimbabwe. Possibly we may not be able to do it this year, but we want to assure the nation that we will play football.
Okay, my question to the Chair, I think this is the last question. Chair, during the last Open Session Portfolio Committee, Honorable Minister highlighted one thing, that you need to help them to work with local authorities, with the local council, saying that they are not coming to play, they are not working hand in hand, that is with the Ministry of Sport, that is with the SRC. And I think also when Vice President Kim Mwati toured these facilities, even encouraged that the SRC should work in hand with the Harare municipality, so that they can also take notes from what happened in Faro Stadium, because they said that it was in a better state. Now, not knowing, have you ever made any push, that is, to help the link between these two sides? Because it seems like it's a challenge between the local authorities, that is the councils, and working hand in hand with government in terms of improving our sports facilities.
Well, the first step was to come and see what is on the ground as far as the infrastructure is concerned. And I'm sure now we are very much clear as to what is happening. And we are, I can assure you that very soon, if not in the coming week or two, we will have a combined Parliamentary Portfolio Committee with the Ministry of Finance as to particularly focusing on this giant national sports stadium. And then after that, there will be obviously the Ministry of Local Government, and we will engage the chairman, my counterpart, the chairman of local government portfolio committee, to invite the minister. We'll invite our own minister, Honorable Kirsty Coventry, and we'll invite Minister Garwe to Parliamentary Portfolio Committee to see exactly how they are working together and how we can ensure that we can expedite the process of infrastructure rehabilitation. The focus of the committee, is highlighted by Honorable Jerry earlier, is not soccer or football. The focus is on sports and arts and culture. But our greatest concern is with National Sports Stadium, because the noises are louder, because the football is actually being played outside, and that to us is unacceptable. It's got impact on the leadership of this country, and we as a parliamentary portfolio, we must protect our president and ensure that those who are trying to distract his efforts, his vision 2030, come to shame. Because as you can see here, what is happening, the money, the budget is there. Why is the work not being done? So that's why we are pushing. So I can rest assure you, local government will be engaged. In fact, we are going to engage more than local government. There are going to be a lot of other ministries we are interested to know. Even local government had this facility before it was handed over by sports. We want to know what is it they did when they had the... So we will engage every stakeholder. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Thank you.